Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast, and sea to shining sea. We want to welcome you back to Ham Radio Live, where the world comes to talk radio. Got a fun show. We'll talk about 3Y0J, and we'll talk about a little bit of radio stuff. Might help you out. It's Saturday, the 4th day of February, 2023, and wherever you are, welcome back to the show.
A woman on the radio talks about revolution when it's already passed her by. Bob Dylan didn't have this to sing about. You know it feels good to be alive. I was alive and I waited. I was alive and I waited for this. Right here, right now. There is no other place I wanna be. Right here, right now. Watching the world wake up from history. I saw the decade end when it seemed the world would change at the blink of an eye. And if anything, then there's your sign of time. I was alive and I waited. I was alive and I waited for this. Right here, right now.
It was a big song. In fact, a one-hit wonder for Jesus Jones. Came out in 1990. Reached number 2 in the States in 1991. Right here, right now. Talks about the break of the Berlin Wall and freedom across Europe, which is a big doggone thing, right? Wherever you are around the world, it's good to have you part of the show on a Saturday. We'll start the show with an away we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is so nice just piling into the shack together. Everybody just kind of we don't worry about social distancing in here. We just have a lot of fun. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming on a Saturday. We'd like to help you get in amateur radio if you've ever thought about it. I did. I really did. But I had no idea how to get in. I didn't have a clue. I really didn't. And some people would say to this day, I still don't have a clue, right? Yeah, probably so. Contact someone like the American Radio Relay League. They're just one of many groups out there that can help you. They really are. There's the Wireless Institute of Australia. There is the Radio Amateurs of Canada. There is the Radio Society of Great Britain. There are so many people out there that can help you, but the American Radio Relay League could do it as well. Find them online at www.arrl.org. That's arrl.org. Hit the contact us bar. Let them know you get your license, right? You want to get an amateur radio license and where you live. They'll then send you through their database a local to you amateur radio club that you contact, and then they'll help you get on the air. They really will. Starts out with that first email, though, www.arrl.org. Have a show email here at info@hamradiolive.org. And today's topic question, what's a great radio memory for you? And this could apply for anything, right? It could go for like shortwave, could go to medium wave DXing, also known as AMDX here in the States. Could go for amateur radio. Man, it could go for long wave, right? I mean, here in the States, we don't think much about long wave radio, but it still exists in Europe, and it's still a viable medium there. So tell us in the comment section, and we will make it part of today's show. Let's find out who's first, second, third, and get this all started and the show on the road and all that stuff here, okay?
I don't think this boy's got all his marbles.
Probably true.
Shakes his head when he means yes, and nods when he means no.
First up, from the Commonwealth of Virginia, that would be Cliff Bolts, Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar Bravo Papa, one of the longest members of this channel ever. Give him a big old beep, beep, please.
Meep, meep.
Hi, Cliff, Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar Bravo Papa. You know, and we also had someone else come in the last show. This is true. This really did happen to me, okay?
And now, hilarious moment.
So I'm doing some receiving, right? I'm trying to do this while I'm putting the show together, and it helps me to kind of, multitask. I can kind of listen. If it's a DX call, try and make it, right? Why not? Anyway, so I didn't realize it was streaming. And I'm like, oh gosh, that is the worst thing ever. So I hit the stop button, delete real quick, and I'm like, oh gosh, I feel terrible.
Nutty as a fruitcake.
Yeah, so, the people that came in first, let's give them all a beep beep too for that one time, okay? Because the guy said, it was terrible. The guy said, oh man, I finally did it. I'm like, oh jeez, I felt so bad. It's good to have you, Cliff. Thanks for coming here. Andy Cowley, second in the UK makes continent number 2. 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo. Hi, Andy. Good evening, mate. Good to see you on a Saturday night there. William Holy Toledo is here. Alpha Delta 8 India Tango. He's in beautiful Toledo, Ohio. Thank you for coming today, my dear friend. Give him a big applause. He's working hard. He really is. How's school, William? Doing good? Are you learning some stuff? I hope so. It's really cool, man. It's cool you're doing that. Steve from the UK joins us. Mike 1 Sierra Delta Hotel. He's a full licensee, and that's pretty cool.
Tell me something good.
Nice work, Steve. That's pretty cool. Really is. And look at this. He's joined us again.
Where's the kaboom?
Yeah, right.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Bass joins us from Holland. Hi, Bass. Welcome back. Gosh, we've missed you, buddy. We had people so worried about you on this channel because this is, if you've never been here, this is like a family. It really is. It's like a family. A lot of people come here and they watch out for each other and they ask about people when they're not around. So Bass, you were really missed. Welcome back. Good to have you. Indeed. All the way from Holland. That is so cool. John Hummel Newell from Saskatchewan, Victor Echo 5 Juliet Hotel November. Welcome. It's good to have you today. And Sam Weaver joins us. He's all the way in the beautiful state of Alabama. Thank you for coming today, Sam. It's always a pleasure, you know? Play his music. I realized it was way, way down in the sound effects. So, yeah. Anyway, it's good to have you, Sam. I hope things go well in the beautiful state of Alabama today and that your family and you are doing good. That's all that matters today. Scotter Dog, welcome back. Good to have you as always. Thanks for being here, Ron Walensky, my Northwestern buddy. Yep, November 8 Whiskey Charlie Romeo. The Northwest is well represented here, which is a really good thing. Oh, look at this. Todd's here. Kilo 6 Sierra Union Delta. Hi, Todd. Redlands, California. Gosh, send the warm weather up here, will you please? We're freezing up here. Roger McKeon can definitely relate to that because it's been very cold the last few weeks. Roger's call sign Kilo Juliet 7 Lima X-ray Molly makes K9. Welcome both of you. Good to have you in the show. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Rob Q joins us all the way from Los Angeles, California. Hi, Rob. Nice to have him. He picks up the channel and he makes calls to it, right, to us here. And he's doing it with an indoor antenna. Now, you know, Rob, I don't remember if I asked you this, but there was the guy on the last show who made the call all the way from Michigan, right? And he had an attic-mounted double bazooka wire antenna, which really it's coax is what it is. It's cut coax for a certain wavelength. Man, oh man, I wonder if you could do that where you live, because he's having a hard time putting an antenna up. And I always worry when he makes a call here, because I don't want him to have any, RF exposure issues. But gosh, he makes the call when it is, and we're grateful he does. Thank you, Rob. Truly mean that. There's going to be a QTH in your future that's going to be just perfect, really well. Lionel joins us. Good evening, Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Foxtrot Hotel. Hi, Lionel. Good to have you as always, my friend. Thank you for being here. Look at this. Oh my gosh, AWOL is here. Yes, let's give claps. Love the shirt. 73 from November 9 Golf Lima Echo, south suburbs of Chicago. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, I like to collect T-shirts from radio stations back in the day. The Loop speaks for itself. It's just an amazing station. I kind of been thinking to get a B96 shirt, like a vintage one from like the early 90s, because that was such a popular station there too. But yeah, that'd be fun. Thank you for the kind words. That's very nice. Yeah, very happy Saturday to you. Spike has made it back in Montana. Yes, they shut the balloon down. What? Spike, it's good to see you. Steve said, had some VHF QSOs today whilst working portable. Had a QSO with a really great local guy who I look forward to having future rag chews with. What a great hobby. That's great. Steve, very cool. Thank you. Mike 1, Sierra Delta Hotel. Just proves you don't have to, make calls 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 kilometers away to make a friend. That's God. You know what? That is so doggone good, Steve. Thank you. Make it local. VHF. I need to do that better. I really do. Don joins. Hi, Don. November 5 Sierra Kilo Tango. Working 2 stations from the Olympics when they were in Barcelona, Spain, and working the 20th anniversary special event station of Federal Express, all with a TS520S and a long wire. Big applause for Don. Wow. That's amazing. That's so cool. That's his radio memory. Today's topic is that, right? What's a great radio memory you have? And that one is Don. Don, thank you for that. That's a nice story. I like that. I'm interested to hear your stories about stuff like that because this is cool. And Sam puts it right. It is a great family for sure. John Hummel, no, for me, it was listening to Foster Hewitt called the final game of the 1972 Hockey Summit from Russia as Canada scores to defeat the USSR. That's a great memory. Wow. Yeah, there's been some great sports calls too, haven't there? Man, oh man, that's a neat one. Thank you for that. Ron, 10 meters is hopping because of the 10-10 contest. No kidding. Yeah, I had one guy. Hold on, I got a video. I'll share it with you real quick. We go to this screen right here. You'll see the radio pop up. And there it is. Okay. So this is the 10-10 contest. If you're not hearing it here in the state, I mean, outside the states, if you're not hearing it, this is the 10-10 contest. Give you a little peek at it.
Maybe there's a couple of you in there. Al, Texas 4530.
And that's his 1010 number, 4530.
Okay, Tony, thank you very much. I appreciate it. QRZ?
Yeah, and it's cool. It's a neat contest, and there's lots of people on 10 meters that are making calls all over the world. If you want to enjoy it, and you do not have to be a 1010 member to make calls. You don't have to be a member. You can just make calls to them. It's really cool, and I want to thank that guy. It was really neat in Al, Texas, for making the call with me. That was fun. Enjoyed that. Yeah. Something else, too, I was going to share with you, which is interesting from last night. This happened yesterday when I was in the shack. I was kind of listening, just for DX. And this is no joke. Check this out. Let me get you.
Maybe there's a couple of you in there.
Let me get my mind together. Sorry about that. Let me get you to another screen. I want to take you to yesterday because it was really something. Take a look at this really quick video about the way DX was last night, 10, 12, and 15 meters. This is all Japan on 10, right? This is JY1 HQA. All of those signals are Japanese. Okay, so I'm going to pause it real quick. Okay, and I'm going to take you now. We're going to go to 15. Here's 15. Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Something 7 November, go ahead.
Kilo 7 Hotel November. Negative Kilo 7 Honolulu, Norway. I don't normally do that.
Give it to me again.
Kilo 7 Honolulu, Norway. Kilo 7 Hotel November.
K7 Hotel Nancy, about 5 and 7, go ahead.
5 by 6. 5 by 7. I'm like, 5 by 7? Wait a minute. I had to repeat my call sign like 4 times. Okay, 5-7. He was a nice guy. He really was. But what was happening was on 10, everything was Japan. It was all Japan on 10 in that area. And then you'd go down to the 12-meter band, and I had a wonderful call with a man from Mexico, and I won't forget that because he's a really cool guy, medical doctor, and then went down to 12, and that's where the Kiwis and the Aussies were. That's where the VKs and the ZLs were at. So, 15 meters is kind of working that way. I want to show you real quick this little thing, and it's going to show you the radio first, but give me a moment. We'll just kind of work together here, okay? The way that the radios are, the MUFs are working right now, which is kind of interesting to me. Let me get it pop over here real quick and give you a good view of it. The MUF today, all right? Look at how stacked up these bands are heading to the west. They're just coming into the far east right now. And this is kind of how they work. But what's different about this is that in Australia, it's not going all the way into Australia until later in the day. That's the big deal. When you get later in the day for Australia, they start to get 10 meters. And it's going to be more like, most likely around 3 in the afternoon or so, their time. They're going to start pulling 10 in most of the country. Like you get down south in like Melbourne or Adelaide, that's where it's going to be. And I'll show you real quick this photo I've got of this map that gives you a really good idea of how things are going in Australia's way and why it worked that way yesterday, that they were on 15, couldn't hear them on 12, couldn't hear them on 10, but they were there on the 15-meter band. Let me show you why. For most of the day, this is the way it looks, and you can see the line there. It's right about Brisbane. That's where the 10-meter line goes. But as the day progresses, if you take a look on the other side, as you go to the left side of the screen, and you move towards South America, right, it dips south. It hits about 40 degrees south. So for roughly an hour to 2, maybe 3 hours, they get 10 meters all the way down in Melbourne, which is southern Australia. It won't go all the way to Tasmania, but it's pretty darn close. So that's how the bands are working right now. And for like 3Y0J, they're not even on the island yet because it's very stormy weather for them. I'll have a little news update for you on that coming up as well. I think we're just about caught up with everybody that showed up on the channel. Wait, no, hold on. There's Corey. Hi, Corey. It's good to have the Kilo November 4 Yankee Zulu Yankee. Welcome back. Good to have you, Corey. Nice to see you, buddy. Man, I want to go to Virginia someday. Just the history there. Spike, memorable moment as a ham, contact with Joe Walsh. Second choice, first choice was Art Bell. Wow. I'm not worthy. Okay. Well, you beat my story. Thank you so much for that. And here he goes with the radio, and the Rock 103.5 would be neat. I got to find one. You know what? That's true. I love collecting radio station T-shirts for the good stations. They're fun, so thank you for being here. It's really nice to meet you. By the way, my name's Larry. Welcome. Nice to have you. That's so cool. It's fun to do that. Andy's a 1010 member over in the UK, which is good. Todd wants to be a member. He's going to check it out. And wait, hold on. Look at this. Bobby, first-timer, welcome. Hi, Bobby. My name's Larry. It says working a 10 meter right now on FT8 deep into Japan. Language is tough. FT8 just works. Bobby's call sign, Whiskey 4, Mike, Alpha, and Alpha.
Tell me something good.
Nice work, Bobby. That's great. Yeah, Japan just really coming in, really is. And Bobby's 1010 number, 74584. If you want information on how to be a 1010 member, you can go right on their website. It's easy to find online. Just search 1010 ham radio, and it comes right up. It's really simple. Bobby, thank you for being I appreciate you. Jerry Rogers, November 8, Fox Golf Kilo, welcome back. Hi, Jerry. This is nice. This is really nice. Let me see. Here we go. The club, 1010 75450. And look at that, VP 3328. That's it. Nice work, man. Jeffrey joins us all the way from the beautiful city of Portland, Oregon. We're not going to do anything else but just say he likes to go by Jeff Fafa. There you go. Hi, Jeff. Hayden Island's a beautiful place. Steve's memory had a 15-minute rag chew with the South Africa station on 15 meters during gray line. I was only 20 watts on a dipole. Couldn't believe it. Had a great chat about antennas. Steve, that's a nice memory. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it. I think we have everybody here. Bass, I did send you an email. Did you really? Sorry about that. I guess I don't have that one. Don says they were releasing some of the old KZ. Oh, man, KZEW was such a great station. Oh, my gosh. They were huge in Texas. That's a memory there, Don. Yep. Yep, the zoo. Oh, man, what a great memory. Hey, guys, we're on WRMI tonight playing good old-fashioned music. Yep, rock and roll. Some good stuff, classic hits from the 70s and 80s. The schedule tonight is for North America, 93, 95 kilohertz. Now, that's 6 p.m. Eastern. This is the last week it's going to broadcast there that I know of. Okay, so there's 2 broadcasts, one at 6 p.m., one at 10 p.m. Both are at 93, 95 kilohertz. If you do work the show, like you hear it, right? You get a hold of me on the email for OTH Radio, which is othrequests@gmail.com. Just reach out to me there, and if you have a song request, we'll play it for the last song of the last show of the weekend, and we'll make sure and get your song request on. But if you hear the show, we send out a pretty cool EQSL card. It even gives you the distance between where you live and where WRMI's transmitter site is. I hope you like it. Yep. That's the last one. Went out today, and that was sent to St. Petersburg, Russia. Look at the distance there. 8,490 kilometers over the horizon. It's fun to do that. So please join us on the radio tonight. We'll have some fun. Got some information that's very important. First of all, 3Y0J, the group that's at Bouvet Island, they're facing some storm conditions right now. You can catch the latest news on their Facebook page. Just type in 3Y0J, the Bouvet Island. You don't need to type all that. Once you probably type in 3Y0, remember it's not an O like Oscar, 3Y0J, that will come come up. Where the Dash, the Bouvet Island DXPedition. Just click on that and join the group. Follow them. You can hear the latest news. And this is the latest news as of today. 4 team members have spent 4 days on the island under difficult conditions. All team members are now back on the vessel, meaning they're back on the sailing ship, and everyone is safe. Bouvet has proved to be a difficult destination to activate, and the team is now adjusting our plans before we return to the island. The weather forecast for the weekend indicates a storm with 60-knot winds for Sunday and Monday, and depending on this storm, we will assess the situation and go on shore when conditions are good. This will not be a full-scale operation as planned, but a smaller setup. We have a good overview of the camp and the possibilities, and will attempt to continue building the camp. We have infrastructure on the island, including access to the camp. We'll send some more updates later. That is from the 3Y0J, and we're really praying for those guys. Be safe. That's the main thing, guys. Be safe and get home safe. Don't forget also, Ayman Azar for the channel, his call sign, November 9, Sierra Echo Sierra, has a very special event going on that honors His Majesty King Hussein. And this is really cool. It's the JY1 Memorial Special Event. It goes throughout the month of February. And those are just kind of general frequencies. Ayman will be around there. He also has a lot of help around the world for this too. So look for this. It's the JY1 Memorial Special Event Station. Also, don't forget the 12 days of QRZ still going on. You have until the end of this month. Man, it's already February. So the 28th of February, just make sure you have 12 confirmed contacts between December 1st and the 28th and get this little certificate from QRZ. It's pretty cool, actually. Also, finally, don't forget the QRZ new Ham Jumpstart program. It's a team effort from QRZ and Gigaparts. They're giving a free handheld to brand new amateurs that are just licensed. So if you want more information on that, find that on the QRZ website. It's pretty cool to get a brand new radio right out of somebody else's pocket, which I kind of like. We're also going to talk about technician license questions. This is a lesson for people that maybe want to get an amateur radio and will help you do so. Ham Test Online powers this. It's a really neat syllabus. It helps you understand that you're not too stupid to get a license. A lot of people think there's a lot of math on the test. Here in the States, there's not a ton of it. In fact, you're not going to see more than 2 or 3 math questions on any amateur radio test. So just let the math or the science worries, go away. If you study, you'll pass. And these guys here, Ham Test Online, have a 100% money-back guarantee if you don't pass the test. Find them online, www.hamtestonline.com. And please remember, these are U.S. questions. The theory will be the same worldwide, but the laws, the rules and stuff, they'll be U.S.-centered, okay? First question, what language may you use for identification when operating in a phone sub-band? Now, this doesn't matter if it's phone sub-band or if it's a Morse code or if it's FT8 or anything else. You've got to use English. English is what you have to use here in the States to identify your station. Doesn't mean you can't speak in a foreign tongue. It just means that every 10 minutes of a QSO, you're going to have to identify in English. That's the rules here. Next, what are the 2 components of a radio wave? Just remember electromagnetic. It's a simple word to remember. There's part electric, part magnetic, and that's what makes a radio wave. So the 2 components of a radio wave are electric and magnetic fields. Next up, and don't forget, I will say hello to folks here in a second. Sorry, and by the way, Michael 1212 from oh my gosh, he's at In-N-Out Burger again. Oh man. Baldwin Park, California. I'm going to go to that one. I swear I'm going to go, Michael, when we go to Disneyland in May. I'm going there. Next, what is meant by repeater offset? Now, for folks in amateur radio, let me just get a little drink here. Thank you, guys. Okay. For people in amateur radio, I know these questions seem pretty simple, right? But to someone who's not, this is a tough question. So let's think about it. What's meant by repeater offset? The word repeater offset means there's a difference between the transmitting frequency and the receive frequency. That's all it means. There is a difference because remember, a repeater is going to repeat the signal you send out. So it can't send it on the same frequency because you're already talking on it. It won't work that way. So the answer here would be a repeater station. The offset is the difference between a repeater's transmit and receive frequencies. If you just can remember repeater offset is 2 different frequencies, you're going to have this answer because it doesn't give you a separate one for any of the other possible answers. All right. Which of the following is a disadvantage of FM also known as frequency modulation, compared with single sideband. Look, they got 4. Well, 3 technically. A is voice quality is poor. That's definitely not true. FM is much better. B, only one signal can be received at a time. That is true. 3, or C, FM signals are harder to tune. Nope. D, all the choices are that can't be correct. It's just that one signal can be received at a time. SSB, you can have, like, you've all heard it, like, 50 people piling up. Wait till 3Y0J gets on there. When that happens, it's going to be absolutely a total mess about...
Well, I'm all broken up about that man's rights.
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody's going to think they have the right to work that call, and they're just going to be repeating all over themselves to make the call to 3Y0J. So the only issue with FM is that only one signal can be received at a time. That's it. But on SSB, it can become a madhouse. Next, how does the allowable power density for RF safety change if duty cycle changes from 100% to 50%? And you know what's interesting? Remember again, duty cycle. Duty cycle means transmit time, okay? And when we're talking about RF safety, we mean the radio waves close enough to you to cause bodily harm. You could have, heating of tissue. You can have some real problems if you are too close to a transmitting antenna on frequencies as they go up. That's how it works. So in this case, if you're going from duty cycle change from 100% of the time to 50%, the RF safety change is increased by a power of 2, because 50% of 100 is 2. Therefore, it increases by 2. Pretty simple, right? There's your math. Okay. Next question. And this one, why don't we just make this, if we can, we'll try and, we may not. What the heck? Let's go ahead and make it an all-in. Which of the following results from the fact that signals propagated by the ionosphere are elliptically polarized? Okay. A, FM voice is unusable. B, both the transmitting and receiving antennas must be of the same polarization. C, digital modes are unusable. Or D, either vertically or horizontally polarized antennas may be used for transmission or for reception. Please let me know with A, B, C, or D. First one that gets it right. Why don't we just throw in a big, let's do today, tell me something good. And we'll give them some applause. Yeah, that's it. So, do you have to have a special antenna to make this work? Not really, no. Andy Cowley first in from the UK, 2 Echo 0, Romeo Echo Echo B. Both the transmitting and receiving antennas must be of the same polarization. I know he didn't mean to do that one. Oh my gosh, Tom is here. Hello, Tom. Alpha Echo 1 Tango Pop in the States, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey, Bahrain. Tom, it's so doggone late your way. He says D, either vertically or horizontally polarized antennas may be used for transmission or reception, and that would be 100% correct.
Tell me something good.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, this question makes it seem like it would be a big deal, but it's not. Just you can either have a horizontal or vertically polarized antenna, and it will work just fine. It'll be just fine. So you have nothing to worry about there. All right? Good job, Tom. Also, by the way, getting that one correct was Todd in Southern California. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it very much. Next question. We're almost through. What electrical component stores energy in an electric field? All right. Now, this is a very good example of reading the question very carefully.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
Right, I know. I for some reason thought it was magnetic. What magnetic component stores energy in an electric field? That would be an inductor. Okay, so I thought that was it. But nope, it was electric, and I blew it. There you go. Yeah, it's a capacitor. The capacitor stores energy in an electric field. An inductor will store magnetic energy. That's how they work. So I just read it wrong. Remember, when you get this question, what electrical component stores energy in an electric field? It's simply a capacitor, and you'll have it right. Okay. Next, in which of the following circumstances may the control operator of an amateur station receive compensation for operating that station? Okay, A, when the communication is related to the sale of amateur equipment by the control operator's employer. That sounds plausible, but you can't do that. B, when the communication is incidental to classroom instruction at an educational institution. That's the correct answer. Yeah, when you get paid for teaching. Ham radio. That's really it. C, when the communication is made to obtain emergency information for a local broadcast station. Well, I've got this hurricane right here for you. I think you might like to see these people in trouble.
That's all, folks.
No, and certainly all these choices can't be correct. It just has to do with incidental work with a classroom. That's it. So someone teaching at a university or maybe at a, some kind of a school to help teach amateur radio to people. Which of the following actions should you take if a neighbor tells you that your station's transmissions are interfering with their radio or TV reception? Just make sure that your station's functioning properly and it doesn't mess with your own radio or TV set. If it doesn't, you're good, okay? Last question. What causes a light emitting diode to emit light? If you remember electricity moving forward to the next thing, okay? Electricity moving forward, you'll have it right. It's forward current. That's all it is. Don't think too much on these, okay? What causes an LED to emit light? Forward current, and you will have it correct. Thanks to Ham Test Online for powering our Ham Bite segment. Today, the technician license. Ham Test Online has a 100% money-back guarantee if you do not pass their test. And I'll tell you what, they're good people too. Find them online at www.hamtestonline.com. And they're serious about the money-back guarantee. They really seriously are, which is kind of cool. Let me zoom up. I want to get some comments from you guys. Again, don't forget today's topic question. The question today, what's a great radio memory for you? Something that you remember really standing out. I told you my 3 o'clock in the morning story about getting VK in the log, right? Yeah, we're not going to tell that one. I'll tell you a different one today. But it was a lot of fun to do. And, we all have our stuff that's really important and that we remember, right? Because it's something that was really important to us. And by the way, Michael, 1212, we're going to have to meet up. We get to In-N-Out Burger there in Baldwin Park. Yep, that's the mothership location. The original In-N-Out Burger is right there. Tommy joins us. Sierra Alpha 3, Alpha Tango Foxtrot. Welcome back, Tommy. Glad we haven't turned you off yet. That's good. I want to do just a second here. Hold on a second. I want to show him up here because I didn't do that last time Tommy was here. So let me do that real fast here. Sierra Alpha 3 ATF. I can do that. And let me show you his page real quick because it's beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And I love the screen he's got. The screen is so cool. I don't usually get too geeked up on this stuff, but let me kind of get you onto the screen real quick. And we will add a screen real quick and we will do, I need to put more blanks on this so I can just kind of zoom over and instantly there we are. Okay. So this is it. This is Tommy's page right here. Look at this. Is this beautiful or what? I love the screen. Oh my gosh. Look, he's got the lit up keyboard and everything. Just a beautiful, beautiful station. Look what these guys got in the non. That's nice. I mean, that's not so bad, right? No kidding. Man, Tommy got some good stuff there. Look at all the equipment he's got. He likes APRS. He's got mobile, a Yaesu FTM 400 XDE, which is a beautiful little radio. My gosh. All of his home antennas are home built. Isn't that cool? 43-foot vertical with unun and choke from Ballon Design and an MFJ 993 BRT remote tuner. Good stuff, man. This is great. Tommy, thank you for checking in. Nice to have you back. Isn't that cool? That's nice. That's really cool. Tommy, always a pleasure. Jeez, never lose sight of that. William Myers in Wisconsin, welcome. Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike. Sorry I'm late. Wanted to say hi and then hope everybody has a great weekend. Okay, goodbye. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Hi. Good to see you, William, as always. Mean that very, very much. Who am I missing? Somebody here? Nope, there's Michael with the In-N-Out Burger, so I know I'm caught back up again. And thanks for the kind words about the like button and everything. That's very, very nice. I think we got everybody pretty much. Here we go. Here you go. This is good. Spike from Montana. I have an Alpha Antenna Mag Loop 10 to 40 and 6 due for delivery on Tuesday. He just bought it. Oh, the anticipation. Carly Simon. Anybody that's old enough to remember the Carly Simon commercial, Anticipation, with the Heinz ketchup bottle, and the ketchup is slowly coming out. That's pretty cool. Spike, enjoy that. That's really cool. Congrats, man. And Alpha Antenna Mag Loop's pretty cool. And Ron Malinsky, for those techs and general licenses holder, the great people at the Ham Radio Clubhouse doing a challenge to upgrade to the extra by April. There you go. Pretty cool. That's neat. Oh, that's really neat. It's cool people care that much because, you got to care that much to do it. Mike Oswald, may be late, but I'm here until my wife demands something else be done. Arg. Oh, by the way, hello, Mike. Alpha 7, Mike Oscar. Thank you very much for coming. Good to have you. That's funny. Oh, my gosh. And my wife said, Larry, please do the show. You need to go up there and do the show. Rodney joins us all the way from Holland, Pop Alpha 9, Romeo and Whiskey, but we just simply say, hey, Rodney. Good to see you, buddy. Good evening. Very late your way. Man. I think we got everybody, and thank you for the links. It's nice for him test online, and thank you, Rodney, as well for the Discord link. I mean, you guys are really on top of things here. Mike Oswald says, being a fresh general with a beat-up vertical and connecting to McMurdo Station at the bottom of the world, my gosh. Woo! Antarctica, man, Mike, that's a great call. No kidding. With a beat-up vertical and hitting McMurdo Station. Man, next time they're on, let me know, please. Bobby, best memory, Solar Cycle 22, and that was a great solar cycle. My gosh, worked DX on a Motorola MT1000 handy talkie on 10 meters to Japan daily. That's what's coming, guys. That's it right there. No kidding. You'll make calls that you haven't ever made before, which is really cool. Bobby, thank you for joining us. That's a good comment. Rodney, a great radio memory. Learning to make antennas by my grandpa, rest in peace. Or my first time being a radio DJ. That's pretty cool, Rod. Thanks, man. That's really neat, isn't it? Oh my gosh, Colorist is back. This is awesome. Hi, Peter. Echo India 8, Hi, Peter. Echo India 8, India Yankee Bravo / Mike 0, Victor Foxtrot X-Ray. Good to have you back, Peter. Man. Good to have you. My goodness, what a treat. That's good. And thank you. And look at Mike, bless his heart, wishing health care to you and your family. Thank you, Michael. It's very, very kind of you. I really appreciate that. Okay, we got Bouvet coming. They're just literally off the island. They're docked right there, waiting for the weather to get better. And that's what they're looking for. So hang in there. Things are going to get better for Bouvet, probably mid to late week. Again, the things are going to be a little bit different than what they planned, but they're still doing it, and in conditions that might be just unthinkable to us. So we wish them all the very best, that they do well and that they come home safe. Because I told my wife today, I'm like, what happens if something bad happens? Like something really goes bad, right? You got to get out of there quick. That's the way it is. So hang in there for the 3YOJ people. They're going to be on hopefully by the end of the week, right? Let's say thank you to somebody. And I know he likes this music, so we're just going to let it rip. Ayman Azar. Here we go. November 9th, Sierra Echo Sierra. He's in Lake Station, Indiana. He loves ABBA, by the way. That's where we're playing it. 12 Days of QRZ, Master of Europe, North America, and South America. He's got grid squares, continents of the world, DXCC, all 50 states, U.S. counties, and World Radio Friendship. He's a high achiever, and he's also got a special event station. Look at this. This is his special event station. November 9th, SES is doing a special JY1 special event throughout the month of February. Do your best to work the great one's memory here. And I'm telling you, I know the King Hussein would really appreciate what Ayman is doing for him. Let's take a look where Ayman lives and what it's like to be in Lake Station, Indiana, as we listen to one of his favorite groups. This is ABBA's Waterloo. Here we go. Here's his event station. This is where Ayman lives in Lake Station, Indiana. He's a suburb of the Chicago area there. Now going in from Chicago, this is what it looks like on I-90 and 94, I mean. This is as you just cross over into Indiana, you pass the Gary exits, and this is how it looks. You got the turnoff for 94, which leads to Detroit and Lake Station. That's his exit. This is a beautiful town of Lake Station, Indiana, where Ayman lives. And Ayman, we're so happy. Look at this. I'm not quite sure what that guy's about right there, but looks like a nice place, I guess, a little fun place. Celebrating a little bit of patriotism, and that's their train station right there downtown. This is such a beautiful little place. Ayman Azar, November 9, Sierra Echo Sierra, lives right there in Lake Station, Indiana. And Ayman, I'm just really grateful you watch the channel. November 9, Sierra Echo Sierra. Ayman Azar, please do your very, very best to work his special event station throughout the month of February that honors the great one, Juliet Yankee 1, the late His Majesty King Hussein of Jordan. Pretty cool. That's really neat. You know, he never forgot. And, well, hold on. Hold on. Hi, everybody. Wait. No. Larry hit the wrong thing. It said me, and there was no me there, so now I've cut you a blank screen. Sorry. You have all the way through the end of February to work that station, and that's his QSL card for this year. So if you go back, we'll zoom back real quick, see his QSL card that he's using this year. This is the current design for the 2023 November 9 Sierra Echo Sierra JY1 special event QSL card. That's really cool. Ayman, you did a good job on that. Ayman sent me like probably a half dozen QSL cards for OTH Radio, and I appreciate his kindness. That was fun. Neat to do that. Absolutely. I see, Tom, the Bouvet team is probably thinking next time easier to sneak into and work from North Korea. Oh, no.
Tell me something good.
Oh, man. Tom has worked North Korea. Did you know that? He really has. He's worked North Korea. Only guy I know who's done that. That's pretty good. And this guy, Lionel, puts it right. Think about it. Being that close has got to be frustrating for them. 60 knot winds and cold. It's summertime there, right? So the days are long. It's about 15 and a half hours of sunlight right now in Bouvet Island area. But, man, to be that close and not be able to get started has got to be so frustrating. Lionel, I totally agree. Could not imagine how bad that would be. Oh, it would be bad. Michael, thank you again for your kind words. That's very nice about the thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. Bobby says, we used the China balloon to work FD8 on 144 megs today to BG1 calls. Ha ha ha. When it flew near Georgia. That a boy, big applause. That's awesome. Nice work, Bobby. That's the way you do it. Just get a big helium balloon. Seriously, have you ever thought about that? Serious. This is a great idea that he's talking about. You go to your local store, you get a really good balloon. Got to be a good balloon. It's got to be able to hold the wire, right? And you just make calls. That's probably the only way I'm ever going to work 160 meters from this QTH. 232-foot high antenna blowing somewhere into the next county or something like that. That'd be bad. That wouldn't work too well. Andy, oh look, Andy's worked North Korea as well. Oh man. Jeez. Can you imagine? Look at this, a first timer. This is 4N0NYM0 U5. Hello from Belgium. It's nice to have you. Thanks for coming. My name's Larry. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you today. Today's topic question. This is the old topic question. Every time this happens, it's like it's a little bug in the system. Larry thinks he's got everything changed, and then he doesn't get it. It's question day. What's a great radio memory for you? Something happened in radio that you really loved, right? I have two I'll share from my stories, right? One of them is when I was in radio, and I had the chance to go to the transmitter site with the engineer. And I remember it really well because the transmitter site that I went to that day was a lot like many transmitter sites here in the States. They're filled with junk. No kidding. There's a lot of stuff that used to be in the studio and they don't get rid of it, but they don't want to, throw it away and they don't want to send it back. So they just store it there. And there had to be 1,000 of these giant acetone records that were on the floor. They were the old radio dramas. That was really an eye-opener to me. The other time was in radio here when I worked so hard to work Holland and it was so difficult. I had the filter was at 1.8. I remember that. And there were people on both sides that were easily S7. And this guy was down there. He wasn't even moving my needle. And I got him in the doggone log. Man, that was a good memory because it worked really hard just to get that guy. Really did. Thank you again for coming today all the way from Belgium. To me, that's pretty darn special. Thank you very, very much. All right, guys, we're going to take a look at the Angry Hams, and we'll see about maybe making a call on the radio first, but let's find out exactly just how bad the show is today. And they usually have no problem telling me. The Angry Hams, of course, make a little play. There's some people in amateur radio that just aren't the greatest of people that, are very kind to people. We don't make fun of them. Instead, we kind of make light of it. So this segment here is just to kind of say, you know what, doesn't bother us that much. We actually kind of laugh at it.
I thought the Pilgrim Fathers were against show business.
They were against entertainment. This doesn't count.
All right, we currently have a score that is tied, okay? It is currently 10-10, and it's 10-10 weekend. All right. First question, can you hold two QSOs at the same time on separate bands while operating Morse code? All right. So can you hold two QSOs at the same time on different bands while operating Morse code? A, yes, this is possible. B, no, this is not possible. A or B, first one right gets 5 points and some applause. Good luck. This is great. Rodney, Angry Hams? 160 meters? Yeah.
I don't think this boy's got all his marbles.
Yeah, it's okay. It's true. Andy Callie, first in, 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo. He has A, yes, this is possible. And you know what? The world just took the lead again. He's right. That's correct. Yep. Of course it is. I mean, you think about it, right? Morse code, you got contesters do it all the time. How they do it, I don't know. They can separate two different conversations in Morse code, and they do brilliantly at it. They really do. Cliff Boltz also had it. Tom had it. Don had it. And Rodney says, only if you are Jenna or Avery. True. It's probably true. Next question. World up by 5. How many bits make up a nibble? It's true. It's a question. How many bits make up a nibble? A is 2, B is 4, C is 6, D is 8. Let us know with A, B, C, or D, and we will certainly let you know who gets it right. Good luck. How many bits make up a nibble? Our computer guys will know this very well. Jerry Rogers, by the way, comes in and he answers with N. Excellent. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry, you fit right in. Andy Kelly, first up, C6. Close. You're close. Jerry Rogers in, and he has A, 2. Nope. Don has A as well, and that one's not quite it. Rob Q is Jenna and Avery both rock, and they certainly do. Ron Walensky, 2 QSO and telling you stories at the same time. Yes, those people are absolutely amazing. There are people who are so good at Morse code, they can handle 2 conversations and hold a third with you at the same time. It's true, really is. Cliff Boltz, Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar Bravo Papa from Virginia says B, it is 4. That is absolutely correct. And it's a tie game again. Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, 4 bits make up a nibble. Tom had that one right, and he should. He's a brilliant guy in computers. Lionel also had B. So did Ron. Rob got A. Rodney with B. Spike says depends on the size of the bite and if you have your dentures in. And Tom writes in 4 bits. 4 bits it would be. All right, let's quickly take a look at the radio, and we'll see if possibly we can reach somebody. We are pointed towards the east today. Now, yesterday,
number is 142.
Yesterday, it was very much a lot of Asia coming in here on 10.
That had one memory channel. I had it up in the camper.
And if you move down just a little bit, down to 12 meters, watch. 12 has got some serious stuff on it, guys. Pretty fade, but it's there. And then, of course, 15 is packed.
5 and 8. And my name is Bob Baker, Ocean Baker, Bob. And we are in Oklahoma again. Oklahoma.
Getting up in the 60s now, so.
Serious music, serious signals here today. It really is.
Whiskey 0 Alpha, Mike Romeo, Craig in Colorado.
Hold on a second. It was like, it's like when you use AM, right? Use AM and the trail follows you after you're done keying up. It looked just like that. That's why it kind of fooled me a little bit and went to AM mode. Didn't look AM from the bandwidth coming down, but the carrier stayed, which is interesting.
Oscar 4, Charlie Mike Kilo.
So 15 definitely has some activity, which it usually does during the day. And we'll quickly listen here. If we can see some DX, we'll try and work it.
Your section, just email it to me, and I'll edit it in QRZ.
And we're just going to run barefoot today. I didn't tell you. We're not going to use the amplifier. Oh, park on the air. Okay. So you can say hello to this park on the air guy. Or not. We won't. There's our AM right there. Look at that. Sorry about that. Let me move back over. Definitely AM, so we'll take a listen. Don't hear it very often.
You're a bit distorted. If you got an audio gain control, you might turn that down a bit. I'll put you in the log. So N1LHK, this is K0 Sugar Fox. My name is Steve, and I'm in near Minneapolis in Minnesota. You're strong enough, S9 1020 over, but a little bit distorted. I think this is Andrew, and you're out in Washington State.
And for people that might be new,
K0SF.
You see the trail in the center. That's the carrier right down the center, and then you see the data coming out from it. Those are both side bands. It's not common to see AM on the ham bands now, but here it is, and we'll try and work him in Minnesota. That'd be about 2,000 miles away. And on this radio, 100% is 50 watts for AM. Doesn't seem like much, but it will work. And there you go, Lionel. Yeah, that would be Thomas K4SWL just chatting away to the camera and banging out perfect Morse code. Indeed.
You may have the carrier level. You may be trying to run too much carrier for that radio. So if it's a...
Rodney, thank you. That's very nice. Thank you, Rodney.
Radio.
Kind of cool to get some AM here.
Likely, assuming you don't have an amplifier, I wouldn't try to run more than about 20 watts carrier with it. So if you press down, push to talk,
great signal.
Meter, and I would adjust the.
I'm going to zoom in on the signal so you can see it a little better.
And then it'll probably sound just fine. Okay, well, let me get over to John, and John, whoever
both side bands, one to the left, one to the right.
W0PVK0SF.
Sounds like an AM net. We'll see if you can say hello.
All right, maybe John stepped out. Darwin, are you still there? If you would like, go ahead and call Andrew.
K7 Hotel November.
All right, well, we got a new guy there.
Curtis.
Let's see, N7 Hotel November.
Nope.
Very good. K0 Sugar Fox. Good afternoon. My name is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo, and I'm near Minneapolis in Minnesota. And I'm running solid state gear in the rally right now. Not my normal AM mode. I'm normally heavily boat anchored with the Collins broadcast transmitter, but it's off the air right now. But I'm running a Yaesu transceiver and about 200 watts carrier with a solid state amp.
We're going to go down to 50%.
Charlie 4.
See how we do.
N7 Hotel November, K0SF, over.
Yeah, K0SF, Kilo 7 Hotel November is my call, Steve. It's nice to meet you. My name is Larry, Lima Alpha, Romeo Yankee. QTH here is Independence, Oregon, about 60 miles southwest of the Portland area. You're on a YouTube show called Ham Radio Live, where we encourage people to come into the hobby. And doggone it, when I saw AM, I had to show people that it's here. So thank you for doing this.
Oh, well, very good. Well, the guy to thank, and I acknowledge the call sign, Larry, K7HN, K0SF, very good. The organizer is Steve Cloutier, Whiskey Alpha 1, Quebec, India X-Ray. And he's gotten some league affiliation now as well, and I can't remember. This is at least the 6th, if not the 7th rally. And it's becoming pretty popular. So I just talked with Darwin down in San Antonio. He's already worked 64 stations today. And I know a couple of years ago I worked about 140. Now that, by sweepstakes worldwide standards, fractional amount. But the difference is you actually got to talk to people.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this.
So, you got to just be jibber jabber the whole time, and it's not just a report and goodbye. So that's what's different about it. You're actually talking. Like I've been exchanging NC300 mods here with a guy, and earlier we were a guy with a homebrew 4400 radio transmitter. We were comparing notes on that. So it's an odd duck. It's the Rag Chewers contest. So, but it's fun. And love AM. Although I wish I were on the big stuff here. But again, it's kind of broken. So Larry, drag your feet, and then if you would, kick it over to John, Whiskey Zero Papa Victor. Perchance he's back. What's with the N thing? K7 Hotel November, K0 Sugar Fox, over.
Steve, thank you. Kilo 0 Sugar Fox, Kilo 7 Hotel November. Go to hand the microphone over here to Whiskey 0 Papa Victor. I want to thank you guys for letting me step in and say hello real quick. I just need to move on here, but I appreciate what you're doing. I love AM. Thank you guys for what you're doing. I'll just listen a few more minutes if you don't mind. This will be Kilo 7 Hotel November on the side listening and thanking you all.
Okay. Good. Well, good to meet, and glad you checked in here this afternoon.
What a treat.
All right, John, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. K0SF in the groove, W0PV. You're the only person on
So we're not quite hearing John. Anyway, that's 25 watts of AM, and that that gives you an idea of how much you could do. Now, something to keep in mind that maybe if you don't know, on the Ameritron amplifier, the LS1306, if you run AM, it's very different than sideband. You can't run, say, 40 watts or 30 watts. It's too much for the amplifier. You want to go like 10, maybe 12 at the most, power-wise, and that's it. You want to back off from there. And I actually found that out the hard way. I really did. It was running about 30 watts of drive into it, and it blew one of the MOSFETs. So don't do what I did. Make sure that you get the specs, you look at it carefully, and don't have a mistake like that, because it's pretty expensive to have the doggone thing fixed, and probably even worse now to ship the thing. So AM, it does take a little bit more juice from your amplifier, and just make sure you don't put too much into it. It'd be a good thing. We have a good question for you today. It is, what's a great radio memory for you, right? Something that's really good memory. Let us know, and we'll make part of the show. Swordfish Radio joins us from the UK, Gulf 7, Foxtrot, Tango, November. Martin, it's nice to have you back. Good evening to you, mate. Thank you for being here. And Bobby said you can hear Larry on the IC7081 in the vertical. Well, doggone it, I'll take that. Thank you, Bobby. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Stronger there, pointing away from EM74XC. I'm pointing straight east with the antenna today. And yeah, Rag Chew I think is always nice too. I agree with you, Ronnie. I enjoy that there very much. And Jeff, yes, Moss, and he puts the $ sign in the middle of it. Fet. It is true. Yes. Jeez. It's expensive. Don't make the mistake that I made. It's not worth it. Remember, 3Y0J is behind schedule. They're trying to get on the island and get on and start working, but they've had the worst weather, and they're trying to get back up and get their tents up and get the antennas up as well. But conditions just aren't allowing that. But as soon as we hear more, we'll let you know. Don't forget, they do have a Facebook page, and they're really good about updating that too. So keep in mind if you want to find out the latest information regarding 3Y0J, which is, of course, the Bouvet Island DXPedition, which is a very, very, very rare place to work. Second most difficult in the world. You can find it on Facebook. Just type in 3Y0J and then have it'll give you a little dash and all about Bouvet Island. So they're right there docked and waiting to get off the boat and be able to make some calls. But they also have said things are going to be a little different. They can't go as long as they hoped for. So it'll be a modified DXPedition. Good for them, man. That's tough. Rob Q, you just made my day. Tell me something good. My great memory is my first contact with me. Thank you, Rob. That's very kind of you. I'm just a normal dude, man. That's all I am. Thank you. It's very kind of you. And it's always a pleasure to work with you as well. We're going to try and go, we make a CQ call with the radio, and we'll see if we can do it real quick. So I'm going to bounce off AM and just go to sideband. And I know 20 is going to be a disaster. It's going to be nothing but signals everywhere here. I'm hitting the wrong button. Sorry, guys. So we're going to try and make a CQ call to a couple of folks that are listening, and hopefully we can make that work. Look at how busy 20 is right now here. Of course, it is local time 3:58 p.m., so we're at 18:58, and they're just everywhere. Listen. And they're literally, I mean, this is just how busy the 20-meter band is right now here in the West Coast. And of course, I'm pointing east towards the States. So. Yeah, gives you a good idea. There's lots of activity here. This is where I like to try 17. You'll find your people like to rag chew, and you'll find maybe some DX there.
Picked up a few from the west, and they disappeared. So I was a little bit surprised to hear a comeback to the call, the CQ. So apparently there's still some life left in the band here this evening. My name is Rod, Radio Oscar Delta, R Radio, O Ontario, D Denmark. The QDH is the state of Kansas.
So Kansas still up. And this is, of course, this guy will work you to death on your audio, make you sound better. He's a good guy. Good. He's an asset to amateur radio. So we're going to try go to 33 and hopefully not step on somebody else. Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, there's somebody close. I don't want to step under the signal. We'll try it. Park on the air. Why not? Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Kilo 7 Hotel November. Great Chickenman to keep Park 0642 and Park Kilo 4560.
Okay, mate, you're coming in here about a 3x3, 33. I got most of the second park. Could you give me a signal report? On your end here, I've got you at a 33. Name is Larry. Lima Alpha, Romeo, Yankee. Over.
Okay, Larry, yeah, you're 5 times. The second park is Kilo 4560, Kilo 4560. And I'm in Tennessee, Tango November, and I need your call sign again. Your call sign, I don't think I got it copied down.
Yeah, that's fine. My call sign is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. And can I confirm yours as well, please? I got part of it, but there's a lot of fade.
Yeah, the call sign, I'll give it to you a couple times. It's Kilo 4 Charlie Oscar Mike. Kilo 4 Charlie Oscar Mike. A4COM.
Kilo 4 Charlie Oscar Mike, thank you very much for coming back to my call. I appreciate it. I admire you for doing the Parks on the Air thing, and I wish you the very best, too. Thank you for the call. Kilo 4 Charlie Oscar Mike, God bless you. The very best to you and your family from Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Larry. It was nice to meet you, and same to you and
73, Bill. Thank you. Yeah, tough to handle a microphone that's coming out of your hand. This is Bill Jorgensen. He's in Thompson's Station, Tennessee, and it was a pleasure to make the call with him. So we'll just quickly log that. There we go. He's getting some activity. That's what we want to see. That's nice. That's really cool. So, okay, so we're on the 17-meter band. I want to quickly just log him so that he gets credit for that. And 150, and I sent him a 33. He gave me a 57, and we're all rosy, and that's it. Make it right so I remember it's 100 watts. And save record, and it's now in the log. There we go. Done. There we go. I told my wife today, when I do radio, I try and get at least 1 in 5 DX. That's important to me. 1 in 5 DX. And I'm grateful that my log is showing a lot of those DX stations. Now, I want to share with you before we go something really, really important. Oh, I could call CQ. Sorry, hold on. I forgot. My fault. Give me a second. Let's go up a little bit from where he's at. We'll go to 3. So 153 even. And we'll see if we make a quick CQ call, people. We're on 17 meters. 18.153 megahertz, okay? Is the frequency in use? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Is the frequency in use? Kilo 7 Hotel November. Here in a little bit. We're going to move up 1. So let's go 18.154, okay? 18.154 even. And if somebody's got somebody at 145, because I don't see anybody here, please just let me know, all right? We're using the BuddiHex antenna. It's pointed due east. Oh, no, we're not going to go there. We're going to move because we're hitting the side of that. We're just hitting the top of his signal. Is the frequency in use? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Checking frequency availability, Kilo 7 Hotel November. So we're at 17, and we'll see how it goes. Don, we're Kilo Alpha 5, Delta Oscar Bravo with a flex 1 time, and he told me there was nothing for me to do. My audio was perfect.
Tell me something.
That's good stuff, Don. Thanks for sharing. Let's go. Stop. Goodness sakes, sorry. Tom, 17, one of his favorite bands. By the way, Tom in Bahrain, no kidding, Tom from Bahrain worked Chile today. Wow. With 85 watts and a vertical antenna right by the Persian Gulf. Tom, amazing call. That's absolutely stellar. Chile, all the way from Bahrain. Wow. No amplifier, no Yagi, no directional antenna. It's beautiful.
Is the frequency in use?
Yes, it is. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Sorry, mate.
Quebec Hotel.
Yeah, sorry, the frequency's in use. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. All right, CQ on 17. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ, any station, anywhere from the state of Oregon. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ and listening.
This is November 1, Alpha Quebec Hotel.
Spike, we made the call, buddy.
We did, sir. This is a landmark moment.
Thanks, man. Spike, I'm so happy to hear your voice, man. We tried. It's been close, and it doesn't happen. But we finally made the call. My goodness. Well, let me tell you, I'm running 100 watts here using the BuddiHex pointed your way, and I am just smiling from ear to ear right now to make the call with you, Spike. Thank you, buddy.
Hi, thank you too, Larry. I'm using LDJ NFET 13 in the air down to a slope of 6 feet off of my Kenwood GS590.
I love that radio. I really do. I'm a big fan of the 590. I just, the layout's good. It's just a really fun and easy to work radio too. It really is. My gosh, how much snow do you have there, Spike?
It's pretty much all melted, Larry. There's a couple patches out in the yard that the dogs have tried to trample down, but it's ice. And the rest of it's bare minimum. And the China balloon has left the area.
That's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Now, I got to ask you, because this is important, because we're looking at your QRZ page right now, Spike. You're a magician. Do you do cards? Do you do you like illusions, or you do both? What do you do?
I do street magic, and I pretty much, besides the larger illusions, I do coin magic.
That's fascinating to me. It really is. I really mean that. By the way, I'm going to give you a 59 here because it sounds good. It really does. Thank you for coming and making the call. It's such a treat to make the call with you. Spike, let me ask you a question before we go here. What was the reason you got an amateur radio?
I got tired of playing with CB radio. And so when I was out driving truck, I stuck a ham radio in there and went around being an outlaw with, what the heck is it, a unit in...
Go for it, Bobby. We'll make the call.
Lincoln.
Thanks.
That was flipped. And then I just decided to be a real legal kind of guy. No more outlaw trucking.
Well, it sure sounds beautiful, man. That radio is like pure honey on the ears. It's absolutely gorgeous, man. Are you using the factory settings, or are you using an EQ with it?
No, it's all out of the box, ready to go kind of thing.
Perfect. Spike, don't change a thing, man. It sounds absolutely brilliant. Man, it sounds good. I'm going to shoot you a 73. And Spike, I'm so happy to make this call. I really mean that. November 1, Alpha Quebec Hotel, the very best to you and yours, Spike, from Kilo 7 Hotel November. We did it.
We did it, Larry. 73s to you. November 1, Alpha Quebec Hotel.
Thank you, Spike. Kilo 7 Hotel November QRZ.
Whiskey 4, Mike Alpha Alpha.
Whiskey 4, Mike Alpha Alpha. I'll give you a turn here on your call. Bobby, my gosh, we made all the way to Georgia too? Thank you so much. I've got you peaking at 57, 5x7, 57. You got that one?
Roger, good copy. I'll get you logged down here, Larry. Sounds good here in Atlanta, Georgia. 73 from W4MAA on the old 781.
Wow, on a 781. That's so cool. Hold on, before you go, I didn't write down my signal report from you. What was it?
Yeah, you're 5x7, 5x7, 5x8. No problem. Good audio.
Thank you so much. It's really nice to work with you. Man, what a treat today has been. I mean that very much. Thank you very, very much. Whiskey 4, Mike Alpha Alpha, the very best to you and yours from Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Cheers, 73.
73, mate. It's Kilo 7 Hotel November QRZ.
Kilo 4, Romeo Hotel Zulu.
I'm going to start with the Kilo 7 first. Kilo 7 first, stand by, second station. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Come back, please. I had a Kilo 7, I believe, a Kilo 7 that he reached out first. If you're there, please come back. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Okay, I guess I got that one wrong. Sorry, guys. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Go ahead, QRZ. Kilo 7 Hotel November, calling CQ to any station, anywhere, and listening.
Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Fox, India.
Is that Kilo 9 Victor Echo, Victor Fox India?
Kilo Charlie
Okay, hold on a second. I may be getting the number wrong here. I thought that was 789, but is it Kilo 7 Victor Fox India or Kilo 9 Victor Fox India? Perfect. Got it that time. Thank you for taking the time to say it slower. My old ears don't do so good, so thank you for that. Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Fox India. My name is Larry. Lima India, wow, Lima Alpha Romeo Yankee. My QTH here is Independence, Oregon. It's about 60 miles or so southwest of the Portland area. I'll give you a signal report on the way back. Over. Okay, it's getting kind of difficult to hear you. A lot of QS Baker here. Sorry. Right now, I just want you to try one more time. Can you give me my signal report, please? I'm sorry. Say again, please, slower. Say it twice slower, please. It's deep in the noise. Perfect. All right, thank you so much for the 55. I really appreciate it. Here, you're right about a 41, literally a 41. It's really weak, but I can barely hear it. So thank you very much. I'll log this as a 55 and a 41, and I'm sorry I can't give you a better report than that. It's just the way conditions are right now. I can't thank you enough for making the call to me. Kilo Charlie, Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Fox India, Kilo 7 Hotel November. The very best to you and your family, my friend. Oh, thank you very much. No, the call sign here, Kilo 7 Hotel November, Kilo 7 Hotel November. That's a Roger. Thank you very, very much for making the call with me today. It was an honor to make the call to you. It really was. I'm just sorry we didn't have better conditions today. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November QRZ. That was a treat. We'll call that a show, right? That was Doug Neller. Doug, it's first time. I never worked Doug before, and Doug is from the state of Illinois, which is great. Altamont, Illinois. That's really nice. Let me show you real quick his page, his QRZ page. We'll get on real quick for you. Look at all he's done. Wow, from Altamont, Illinois. And look at this, just beautiful. After enjoying contesting, field day sweepstakes, special events, DXing, rag chewing, and nets, and being helpful to social to other amateurs, 73 Doug. Thank you for the call, Doug. Nice to meet you, man. That was cool. That was really cool. That's the joy of amateur radio. You know, you get a chance to meet new people, and typically everybody's really friendly. They're very kind to you, and they're always helpful. Usually if you have a problem with something, you're trying to make it work, they'll help you do it, which is great. If you'd like to join us in amateur radio, there's a great way to do so. It's called the Radio Society of Great Britain. They'll just help you find a local to you amateur radio club, and that's so important because they're going to help you learn the license. They're going to help you learn about how to pass the test. And they might even help you with gear to get started. It's that simple. www.rsgb.org.uk. And by the way, Bobby, thank you. That was a contact to Larry on the 300-foot off-center fed. Yes, sir. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. Guys, thanks a lot for watching the show. I appreciate it very much. We do have a new Chickenman for you today, and some ones are coming up. I don't have the show numbers because I'm already out of episodes, but I do have some new material for that. We're going to do a sign-off from Channel 10 in Melbourne, Australia. Now, this was when they went analog to digital, so this wasn't them going off the air, you know, like normal. This is when they went to digital. So I hope you enjoy this. It has a lot of history from South Australia in it, and I found it pretty cool. My name's Larry. My call sign, Amateur Radio's Kilo 7 Hotel November. Thank you guys. Sincerely, thank you guys for being very special people to me. I mean that sincerely. I do this, and every time I do, I open the microphone up, I look into that camera, and I see friends come. That's priceless. Till we meet again, goodbye and God bless you, everybody.
With the introduction of the theme following this announcement, transmission on Channel 10 will commence. Come on up to 10. You'll enjoy the view.
ATV Channel O.
August the 1st, 1964, 7:56. Channel O is now part of the life of Melbourne and the past that has made us.
Hey, look me over, now we are here. Watch Channel O for commercials up to here. Don't miss the football and don't miss the trots. Now we are part of the Melbourne scene with everything we've got. So let's go on with the story. Let's make a show built from the past. Our future won't be so. We're all in the game together now. There's room for everyone. So look out, world. Hear me shout, world. And look out, world. Here we come.
This is ATV Channel O. We are broadcasting a picture and sound so that you may adjust your television receiver for this new channel in the Melbourne area. If you are not receiving a clear picture, we suggest you call your serviceman.
The Office of the Police Commissioner of Midland City.
Yes, this is the Commissioner. What? Where? Hold on.
Yes, Commissioner.
Miss Helfinger, this is the Commissioner.
I know.
We must summon the feathered feeder.
The feathered fighter, right?
I have a report that the children's doctor has struck again.
The children's doctor?
How about the chickenmacher?
I don't think so.
Eddie Rickenbacker?
Uh-uh.
Do you have any ideas?
How about the chicken plucker?
Oh, yes, that's right.
I'll call the winged warrior.
And Miss Helfinger, one more thing.
I'm all set. Let me have it.
I don't know who he is, but I do know
I'll call him.
Thank you.
Hello?
Winged warrior?
Who is this?
Miss Helfinger. I'm calling from the Commissioner's
What
office.
is the code word, please?
The code word?
That's right.
Chicken fat.
That was last week's code word.
It's been changed.
Yes.
Did you mention the change to me?
No.
Did you mention the change to anyone I know?
No, I didn't.
Listen, fantastic feathered fighter.
Yes?
How could I possibly know the code word if you didn't tell anyone?
Does that mean you don't know it?
That's right. Are you going to tell me?
Well, you could at least try 3 guesses first.
3?
Yes.
Chicken legs?
No.
Chicken wings?
No.
Chicken liver?
No.
All right, what is it?
Do you think I'd tell you?
Yes, Miss Helfinger.
Commissioner?
Yes?
As a member of the staff of this police department, am I automatically licensed to kill?
Well, that depends, of course, on who does.
Well, has Chickenman expected too much of Miss Helfinger? Does she have the license to kill? Do you know the new code word? Is it Mup-Mog, which you'll recall is Glompum backwards? What do you think?
That's all, folks.